Hello everyone, my name is Khalior. I bring to you every week the latest news related to Bloodhunt and everything that's around it, and I help explain the news in a way to better understand what is going on for posterity, archival, and recording purposes. I always mess this up every time. It is currently Saturday, March 25th, 2023. It is 11:28 a.m. Eastern Time. Currently 333 days since the release of Bloodhunt, and currently activated in game is the Nemesis Pass. The current patch is the Combat and Power update, but all this will change in a few days. We are recording this live on Twitch every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're live in the chat, feel free to ask questions. Yes, hi YouTube. Hello everyone. Everyone that's here. As a reminder and a disclosure, I am not a game dev. I'm not bound by an NDA, but I'll do the best to explain the news with some reasonable assumptions. And I do not work for Sharkmob. In terms of topics today, we're just gonna go, as usual, through all the usual stuff to get all of these things out of the way and get to the main course of the week, which is, if you don't already know, we have a learnings article to go through. And we have the confirmation that the next update for Bloodhunt is coming next Tuesday. But first, if you don't already, please give me a follow. Even if you're not going to turn on notifications, it would mean a lot. Follow me on Twitch. I stream very casually whenever I can. Hopefully my first few months, beginning of the year, months of hell at work are going to end, and I'm going to be able to stream more. I hope so, because there's a bunch of games that are coming in. Yeah, I don't just stream Bloodhunt, but when I do giveaways. Anyways, that all being said, let us begin. So, there you go. Thank you, Makrai. Here are all my socials right there in the chat, but let's also make sure that I'm using the correct screen. That would be great. All right. So, let me get my news notes beside me. There we go. We can start immediately. So, the Twitch drop of the week is the much awaited for Cartel King outfit. This one right here. If you followed me on Twitter, you probably saw in my little preview for this stream, my character wearing this with some looking very fancy. This is yes, this is an outfit. It's available for the entire week. As we can see below here, we have all the streamers that have been tagged that have their streams available to give that specific drop. 100 streamers right there. I am part of those streamers. So if you're currently watching this live, you are getting the drop right now. And yeah, if you want to grab it from other streamers, go in the Bloodhunt category on Twitch, and usually at the beginning of the title, there will be drop mentioned there. There you go. If you are a streamer and you would like to have these special drops on your stream, join up with the Bloodhunt Discord. In the role assignments section, there will be a button to interact to join the inner circle. That is the content creator program. A special section of Discord will be available to you when you join, and you'll be able to talk with other content creators, and you'll have instructions of what exactly are the qualifications to get the drops tagged on your stream, so you can be a part of this list. So the Bloodhunt Discord, if you're not already there you go. Not even sure if you've unlocked a drop yet? Well, go look in your inventory for drops. With the eye patch Twitch drop and that outfit, it'll look like a pirate? Absolutely. Yeah. We're getting very close to looking like Jack Sparrows. Absolutely. As a reminder, now this is the drop for top 100 streamers. There are specific qualifications for it. I'm not going to go into detail for this, but available for everyone. That is, if you're watching any Bloodhunt streamers that has drops enabled, just the drop enable setting on their Twitch channel, you are able to grab these the original 3 drops that we the first few drops that we had for Bloodhunt. This is a reminder that this is your last week to collect those. It's rare that these drops are available, that they come back, that are available for everyone. So yeah, there you go. This is your last week. This is your last warning to get those 3 drops. If you didn't get them back in the day, if you're a new player, if you're a returning player, if you missed out on all of those, last week at April 1st at 7 a.m. Eastern time. At least that's the specific time that's written in Twitch. That is when these drops will disappear. Yes, and as a reminder, after this Cartel King outfit drop, we still have 2 other Twitch drops in this series, or at least I call them series because there isn't really a specific denomination for this. Next Friday is going to be the Blow Raspberry emote that we're gonna get, and after that, the following week is going to be the Conundrum tattoo. So yeah, still more drops to come. Continue to watch your fellow Bloodhunt Twitch streamers, and yeah, you've got the instructions if ever you want to get the specific drops on your channel as well. Now, in terms of other things and giveaways, we've mentioned the Xtrfy Bloodhunt. There you go. Keyboards. There was a giveaway that was out there. We have our winners now. The winners of the giveaway, they have won themselves a fantastic Bloodhunt Xtrfy keyboard. But also, we now have learned that the Xtrfy keyboards are now available for individual purchase. So you can go on the Xtrfy website, go see the price of it, and you can also mod it, change it to the way that you want. Keep in mind, though, that the shipping is going to be from Sweden. If ever you're interested in where exactly it comes from in terms of shipping, yeah, go there. I know that for a bunch of people, including myself, the price has been a little bit of a problem. But at the same time, if you're looking out there currently, mechanical keyboards that you can modify and put together yourself, this is kind of like on par with the price of all the things. Sure, you can argue with me that you can find some bits and pieces all over the internet and get yourself the same keyboard much cheaper. It's possible. However, this is specifically with Bloodhunt keys that you cannot buy individually. This is the only keyboards that have all of the Bloodhunt theme. And yes, there's a limited amount of those. However, if you feel like maybe like, is there a way to like lower the price a little bit? Well, Samir, aka Combat Glue, which a bunch of people know, used to work on Bloodhunt. He is the one that put all of this deal with the Bloodhunt keyboards. He's the one that put all of this together many months ago. And you can use the code COMBAT10 if you want 10% off your order. So there you go. Give him a favor if ever you want to try it out. That 10% could be worth a lot. Especially at that price that is there. At 10%, it's better than nothing. And I might actually reconsider. Maybe if they're still available, maybe in a few paychecks, I might consider with that code given by Combat Glue. In terms of my own giveaway, yeah, that's what that's what she said. That's a little big. In terms of my own giveaway, remember I had last week Bloodhunt Demons. I was giving away 2 Techno Demon mask codes, and now we have the winners I've announced yesterday. And yeah, if you missed out on this, like, continue to watch my stream, continue to follow my socials. I make sure that everyone is aware of any and every giveaway that's related to Bloodhunt that, you know, anyone signals to me. I make sure that everyone knows about it, at least with all my socials, in my Discord, on my Twitter. I make sure that everyone knows about it. So that is why I'm a little surprised. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown here. There's only 17 people that entered, which surprises me because I expected a lot more people, because a lot more people wanted to get some Techno Demons, and I remember certain names. I still have some DMs from a bunch of people that wanted to set some Techno Demon masks, but I didn't see any names here. Like, I had really two rules: to go into my Discord to put your links so I can verify the amount of matches that you've played, and the other one was to play 25 full matches. And yeah, of those 17 entries, only 11 managed to qualify for the giveaway. So I'm just gonna say, like, the chances to win those codes were pretty big for people that already wanted to get them. As for, you know, the 25 matches requirement, actually it turned out to be the right amount, which I thought was kind of like, you know, I was expecting maybe I'm gonna lowball it at 25 matches. Maybe I could like crank it up and ask for many more matches. Actually, reaching 25 matches is the main reason why so many people were disqualified. They didn't even manage to reach 25 matches. So yeah, I think that's good enough. The only other thing maybe is that maybe I could have promoted it a little bit more to get more people in, but that's on me. Could have done a better job. What are you saying in chat? You have something upcoming, coming soon, Motion? Okay, yeah. As long as you give it to me before about this time next week, I'm gonna feature it. Sorry again about the shirt, the shirt giveaway you were doing. I hope that went well. I didn't follow up on you. Motion was doing a shirt giveaway. We got some content creators got a special code to give away the anime shirt in game, which I didn't know that was possible to give away, but we got some codes. I managed to get one. I'll give one eventually in the future. Yeah, and also, if you're one of the people that wanted to get also some Techno Demon masks, this was a way to make it, you know, let people know in advance. Everyone has a chance. You just need to do the two qualifying things. I make it as fair as possible for people. Now, in the way of also distributing those and also the fuchsia finish makeup, there's another way that Tobias, community manager of Bloodhunt, has been able to distribute those codes. And some of you might already know, but it's on the Bloodhunt Discord. In the Bloodhunt Discord, in Bloodhunt chat, once in a while, he will do this, like he's done this week. Post some codes. He did it once. He did it twice. He did it thrice. He did it thrice. I don't know how four times. He did it 4 times in the Bloodhunt Discord. By the way, all of these codes that you're seeing right now, they've already been claimed. But it's kind of like a first come, first serve, and you have to be there, and you have to be in that right moment during the day when he's actually tweeting them. He's just like, not tweeting them, but posting them. And there's no announcement, there's no precursor to this. He just posts them, and that's it. First come, first serve. But if you want to have some more of those codes distributed in a more fair way, in a more giveaway way, if you want, if you want to have like a more like, you know, you can calculate whenever you're going to be in there, just continue to watch the content creators from Bloodhunt. And content creators, if you're out there, if you want to do giveaways, like kind of like I did, if you have activities or any of that stuff, there was a learnings article about the hunting rifle learnings article. There was a paragraph that said, hey, if you're a content creator, you want to do activities and you want some support and you want some codes to give out, was also the underlining thing behind this. Make events, make giveaways, make like ask for like have some like community driven events happening, and then hit up Tobias. Maybe he's gonna hit you, he's gonna get back to you with some codes, maybe with some tokens to give to people. But it's mostly like the idea is you're doing something for the community and you're giving out to the community, and what better way to give it out than those codes? Because I've been feeling a little bit in the Discord, some people that are a bit frustrated about this is the only time where you had to be there, and it's not really fair for us because we want some codes, so we have to just have FOMO with the Bloodhunt chat. It's not really fair for us. So I'm just like, hey, doing a giveaway here, but can't really advertise on the Discord. So maybe have some things in the future, but yeah, it's up to the community. Or if you have some ideas and you can't do it yourself, send me some ideas. I'll do some more giveaways. I'm very open to the ideas, just that, yeah, I have a lot, but I want to make sure to get those codes out to people, give out some ideas. Anyway, sorry, getting off my pedestal, getting back into game news. So, yes, so we're gonna go chronologically. Why you can't pay for this stuff? Because no, it's not fair. We're not we're not gonna pay for this. You can always go online to some shady sites and see some people sell those codes for, I don't know, last time I looked at it was like $40 a pop. And you're not really sure if you're getting a code at the end. Thanks, Chewy. But yeah, so I highly I don't want to recommend anyone to go on those websites. It's rather just like find ways there, like have fun ways to distribute them, make them like, you know, available to everyone for free, so you don't have to do anything. Yeah, exactly. So moving on, Rick, we don't know. We're gonna go chronologically through all the announcements of the week. The learnings article, as you already know, and then we're gonna get up to the teasers of the confirmation. Wow, this music's suddenly like getting very loud on my ears. Okay, moving on. So, just want to remind people first and foremost that still ongoing right now, we have the double XP event. It's to complete your Nemesis Pass and all other XP. If there's anything that needs XP in game, there you go. It's doubled. And yes, it's going to be ongoing all the way to the next update. So up until now, we know it's going to be Tuesday. Up until Tuesday, when the servers are going to go down, so the new patches get supplied. Go crazy, level your account. I've heard a bunch of PS5 players that have been saying, finally I have a chance to unlock the Platinum trophy. Apparently that's something that's very important for PS5 players. So yeah, March 28th, go crazy this weekend. Level up all your things that you need to level up. There you go. And finish your Nemesis Pass. Remember, if you've got some friends that haven't been playing Bloodhunt or don't even know that the Nemesis Pass is free, even if they're not going to complete the Nemesis Pass, they still can get very, very easily a whole bunch of cosmetics just in a few games, and especially with the double XP. Like, some people are reporting that now finally they're getting their battle passes completed. Every day I see some people say this in different like social media and all this. So yes, it's still very helpful. It's still very appreciated that some event like this happens. Now, because a few people have been asking me about this, or I've been asking just in general, like what's been happening with the other battle passes, or the cost, or why is it free, or whatever. It's not exactly an answer, but I decided to put out a tweet with a little graph here. Can't necessarily see it correctly here, but let's go with this. It's just a little all the previous battle passes that existed. their names, the tiers, the how much they cost us, how many tokens you got refunded by completing the battle pass, and how long the battle passes lasted. So this is just like to just hit informative. I had to dig in because everyone, once in a while, there's always some people that ask me about previous battle passes. So and every time I have to dig in and go like, wait a second. So I just decided to like make it official. It's mostly for me, but it's kind of a reference point just to remind ourselves exactly like how long. The only thing that I'm not exactly like super like, don't quote me on this, is the length of the Founders Battle Pass, because there's a few dates that I'm not specifically like, I don't have super confirmation, so it's kind of an estimate, but you know, going to 69 days, it's nice, very nice. Goofy Lander, are you going to bring back more cosmetics from back when the game was in beta? Well, first of all, I don't work for Sharkmob, so I don't know. But it's possible. Once in a while, there's some things from early access that have been coming back inside the shop. So yeah, it's just keep an eye out for this. No, but it's good. Like, no, it's good. I'm taking I take this as a little, you know, little laurel on my cap about like, you know, I'm passing for a Bloodhunt dev. That's cool. I kind of like that. Looking professional here. I'm gonna take a slurp. So no, so yeah, there's been some early access items have been making their way back in the shop, so just keep an eye out. Last time that we had an update, we had some season 1 battle pass items that are currently in the permanent shop, so who knows what's going to happen with this one. We don't know. We don't have any kind of news about the shop. And we're gonna all see that like Monday or Tuesday when the patch launches. So you need a moment to process this. You saw the graphics, really informative. Oh yeah, especially for the people that weren't there, that did not know about any
crazy
of this.
Man, you sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
I thought I had turned those notifications off. What? Why? Oh, it's because I clicked the wrong thing. That's right. That's right. There we go. Now we got it right. Okay. It's just like I turned those off because some of them once in a while decide to get copyright stricken whenever I post them on YouTube. I want to avoid that. Hello, Gatsy. Let me check one thing quickly. There we go. So, and yes, I of course I will update this in the future, especially when we load the pass, and I should be able already to correct the length of days, but I didn't have time to do that this morning. Now we come to a piece of resistance of the week. Wait. What time does the pass usually come up? Usually it is around, well, my time, which I'm Eastern time. It's usually between 3 and 4 a.m. Eastern time is usually when when it launches. But of course, you know, server update and server maintenance, it all depends on how things work. Sometimes things go well, sometimes things go bad, sometimes they go like super well and maintenance doesn't even take a full hour and everything's tested and ready to go out. But at the same time, there's really no hurry, okay? In between updates and all of that stuff, there's really no hurry to rush through a battle pass, rush through the new content. Take your time. You should all know by now, we have plenty of time to go through everything. There's some people that, you know, complete complete a new battle pass within the week. Sometimes some people are absolutely cracked and finish it within a few hours. But after that, you don't have anything to grind for. You don't have anything to look forward to. So just like take your time. Just take your time, everyone. Yes, I did turn it off this time, imagine. Do I think that Bloodhunt will ever come on the Xbox platform? The PlayStation exclusivity ends on, I believe it's something around like the 21st of October this year. Is Xbox going to be available, or is there an Xbox solution after this? We don't know. So far, with the information I've been given, it's more likely on the side of no. But you never know what's going to happen, okay? Maybe like there's a chance that it might continue to grow. But the only way to do this right now, okay, is I'm not trying to be like overly positive about things, okay? There's a way to have an positive outlook about things in the future without necessarily like going like the devs can do no wrong, there are no issues in the game and all of this. There's right now what the devs need is they need feedback from us. They need us to let we let them know what we like, what we don't like, what we'd like to have. And the devs are going to do dev things. They're going to continue. They have their hands full. They're going to work on things. Us, in the meantime, we have to give them the feedback. We have to play the game. And we have to get some people in the game. So bring in some friends. Let people know. Bring in some more high-profile streamers, maybe, to come play the game again. And we need to have community-driven events. We need to have community-driven stuff. Build the community, continue to grow. That's the only way that maybe up top, beyond the Bloodhunt team, maybe some people are going to say, hey, this game is growing. Maybe we can give them some more resources and maybe we're going to go to Xbox. It's possible. Okay? I can harp about this. This is one of my favorite topic about this game, of how this game is supposed to work. Of how feedback and how we're supposed to make this game grow. I can talk about this for a long time, but we're going to continue with the news. Sorry, everyone that's on YouTube looking for the news. I hope you skipped through all this. Well, I mean, if that was interesting, that was interesting. Okay, let's continue. So, the meat and potatoes of this week is we have a. We managed to get an article, the Combat and Power Update Patch Survey Learnings article. Let's say all this in one word, repeated 3 times with more than one breath. Yes, so that is the big part of what we're going to cover today. So, if you are new here, hello, welcome. I know that I do my usual spiel if there's new people here. The thing is that I know that most of you have seen this update article, okay? Most of you have already read through this. However, what I've been seeing throughout the week, or whenever a news article like this is being posted, is that a lot of people skim through the article. So we're gonna go through it. We're gonna see what we can glean from it. We're gonna read every word of it. So strap in, sit back, have a drink, and relax, to quote from John Wick first movie. Anyways, I've been watching John Wick this week. So, the Combat and Power Update Learnings. Greetings, Kindred, and welcome to our learnings from the recent community survey. We have some good news for you, hooray! The Combat and Power Update came with a fresh new take on some of our core mechanics in Bloodhunt, including changes to our weapon classes, archetypes, and resonance progression. It also added the double shotgun, the artifact system, butt adjustments, weapon balancing, and some bug fixes. Our community's reception of this update has been incredibly positive. Most of you think that this was one of our best updates since the release of the game. Oh my gosh. I want to see, I would love to see the feedback that came from this. To say such a statement like this, my god, everyone, whenever there's an update that's being put out there, there's a survey. Fill out the survey every time. Learnings articles, okay? Again, if you know this, you know this. If you don't know, you should know now. The surveys are the things that drive where the game is going in the future, on top of what the devs already have planned on their own. But in terms of what the community wants, it's from the surveys. Okay, it is from the surveys. So if you've got some thoughts, ideas, suggestions, yes, there's a suggestion, there's a feedback section channel inside the Bloodhunt Discord. But if you want to put this by yourself, you don't want to go inside the Discord and get roasted by people who have bad intentions or something like that, or get downvoted and feel ashamed. That's normal. I can understand those sentiments. Otherwise, I would suggest open a notepad, open a Google Notes or something like that. Anytime you've got something to say about the update or about the game or anything, put it in there. And then when you get in the survey, there's a box that said anything else you want to let us know, copy paste that in. Okay? This is how these articles are being written. This is what the team works from update to update. There you go. Okay? So, moving on. The quicker progression through the resonances, the emphasis on archetype powers, and the new Expeditus boots artifact were some of the highlights that many of you enjoyed. Additionally, we are happy to hear that many of you noticed better networking performance, and we see that the changes to our matchmaker have been mostly well received. Mostly well received does not mean that it means that it's not everyone that's happy, but there's been some improvements here, okay? As well as networking performance. So this means they know it's not up to par yet. It's not everyone's having the same good playing experience that they're getting. Okay, so if anyone wants to go like, oh, do you even look at performance? Do you even go look at the matchmaker or changes? Did you just drop it? No, they're still looking at it. Okay, this is a way to say we're admitting we know, we pay attention, this is there. More players stay longer. This is huge. We have also seen that new players on average stay longer in Bloodhunt compared to last month and the previous month, which has been one of our main goals of the CVC, the Core Vampire crew. While we are still not satisfied with where we are currently, this number is moving in the right direction, which is an indication that our current strategy of working on content and features that keep players playing longer is working. Now, we're still not satisfied with where we are currently, okay? If you've been following, this has been a recurring topic where they want the game to be at a certain point. And they've been saying, we need to do more. We need to add this. We hear your feedback. We're still not up to the point where we are. Like, we might be happy about a certain amount of things. It's just that overall they see the big picture and they're just like, we need to raise the bar a little bit more. We need to continue going. Like, they've been saying this. Remember, there was a section in one of the learnings article where they were saying like, why aren't we doing any marketing? And the answer was like, if we're going to do marketing, we need to have the game at the right place. And right now we're not satisfied with where the game is at. We need to add more. We need to work on more things before we start considering this. So this is kind of like, this is again a hint at this, that we're seeing this. However, we're still not satisfied. We could do more. We could do better. We are also happy to see that very few of you said that you are not sticking around to play Bloodhunt. Digging into the reasons why has been particularly important for us and has played a big part in our prioritization for future updates in the game. So there we go. They get the feeling like they found something. They struck a good note finally, to start keeping people inside. Like, that has been an issue for a longest time, for many months, to keep people more interested in the game, staying longer in the game. So this is like, in this particular area of the game, of improvements of the game, this feels like finally like a breath of fresh air. Like finally we found something. Let's iterate on that. Let's work on this. Let's see, can we make it better? Is probably what they're thinking internally. Ban wave by cheaters. Another topic that has been brought up in recent survey concerns cheaters. Nobody likes them, nor do we. So to combat them even further, we recently did a ban wave where 800 plus cheaters were permabanned. Bans, of course, happen all the time, several times every day, but we also do, and will continue to do, additional ban waves like this one to catch additional cheaters. All to keep your games as cheater-free as possible. Now, if recently you were banned on Bloodhunt and you feel that it was an unfair ban, go submit a ticket, go to support, like you go on the website here, and you go to the, there you go, customer support, open up a ticket, and ask to go check the status of your account in terms of being banned. There might be some real reasons. Sometimes it might happen that when they're doing a big ban wave like this, where it's just flagging, tagging a bunch of accounts and all of them flagging them as being cheaters, it happens once in a while, and historically that sometimes there's some false negatives that are being tagged. So sometimes your account might be flagged, but it's not supposed to be. Open up a ticket, they'll fix that for you. Okay. Now, trios investigations. Now, this was a big thing because people in trios were starting to get worried because there was the announcement of, hey, we're considering adding bots to trios during off-peak times. What do you guys think about it? And then there were the reactions, and they said, this is cool. We just wanted to get your reactions out of this and hear your feedback. So here is what they're thinking about regarding this. Last week we were doing investigations into complaints that we have seen in the recent survey related to long matchmaking times. What those investigations revealed was that there are people who want to play trios and queue for the game mode, but spend an exceedingly long time before doing so before giving up, and by extension stating that this is an issue with Bloodhunt. What our investigations also revealed was that throughout most of a full 24-hour cycle, people are queuing for trios, but during several hours of the day, very few matches start at all. Despite players recurringly trying to queue for the game mode, but still not enough of them to start for a match to start. This is a problem. We already know that waiting for too long to play any game mode is a major deterrent for our players, and it has been a strong cause leading to players not returning to the game. This is why we originally implemented bots in the game, which contributed to much faster queues and made many more players eager to continue playing. Now, all of this, you're following this along. Some people, like Ashoria, okay, that I caught streaming one day, and it was at off-peak times, and I had to explain to her and her crew that, hey, trios aren't popping because you're queuing at an off-peak time, so maybe wait for peak times, check with the game once in a while. If you go inside the menu and you see for trios that you have an actual ETA that's written down there, that's a good time for you to queue to trios. Otherwise, might want to play other games. And her herself, and much like other people that I tried to explain this on stream, and I've said this last week, are faced with a little bit of confusion because trios is something that in other battle royales is kind of a, it's kind of a given. Like, trios are always there and you can always queue into trios and it's not a problem. But it is here in this battle royale, and you're being told, wait until the specific hour of the day to queue into trios. Feels a little bit weird, feels a little bit wonky, and some people are simply not interested into solos or duos or even TDM. Even if TDM you can queue in trio, So specifically for this game mode, there's been a lot of complaints. So that's why they've been looking into it. As I've suggested last week, why they started to suggest maybe we should add bots in off times to figure out the issue with trios. I suggested that maybe they got a lot of feedback and that's why they were looking into that, and this is exactly what they've been saying. So what they're saying here is, yeah, we need a solution for this. A solution for all the other game modes was to add bots, and it led to the situation of the game actually being better, keeping more players in. Yeah, there's some players that don't necessarily like having bots, but you know, it's starting to work into people's heads that the more people we have inside the games, the less bots you have inside matches. It's starting to kick in and work together. Sorry. So of course they're going, well, it worked for the other queues. And like I said last time, there are some people that were not adverse originally to the idea of adding bots in trios. When they learned that trios was going to be without any bots, some people were confused. There were some people. It's not the majority of the people that play trios, but there's some people that are confused because they were like, no, trios still takes a long time. Adding bots to this would reduce queue times. We'd have more trios matches. Why aren't you doing this? But the overwhelming amount of players that regularly play trios still wanted a pure player-only experience, and that's why they did that. Anyways, so that's why they're going, our solution that worked for the other queues, why don't we add that to trios? And now here comes the part. This led us into thinking about implementing a solution for trios that would add bots during hours of the day when a trios match could not start at all. But when we presented this plan, we were met with a clear message from many members of our community. There needs to be a solution that allows for a pure PvP game experience. We certainly understand this desire and realize that we are balancing between two potentially opposing options, aka a fun, interesting problem for the developers. They have to choose. They have to decide between these two options or come up with another one. But still, at the end of the day, they have to make a decision. We have to try to sway their decision if we can in the feedback, in having discussions with them on the Discord. There we go. We have therefore decided to postpone implementing any kind of bot backfill for trios for now, and we will continue monitoring your feedback on this. We, however, will want to implement a solution to this issue that continues to exist, albeit this solution will be announced later and after more deliberations. So, for all the people that said rejoice, they said no bots and trios. I say, read this paragraph again. Postpone implementing for now. We will continue to monitor your feedback. We will need a solution to this issue. It's a solution, it's an issue that continues to exist. Like I said last week, this trios problem, we are almost back at the same situation with trios as we were many months ago, where trios were again under the microscope of the community, of just like, okay, what are we supposed to do with trios? Nothing has changed. Really, nothing has changed. We're still at the same situation of you want your game without bots. The queues are long. There's not enough people going inside it. You want us to have the queues, but there's no people queuing in trios. So let's figure out something. My solution has been to find a way to entice or find a way to convince players that play trios, especially the ones that have some influence, aka some of the streamers, to go beyond their own want to play trios and start advertising and start getting people interested, instead of just staying inside their own clique of like, we're playing against each other and all of this, and we continue to play against each other and that's it. And I'm saying click as a general terms, because we all know at this point all the name, like most of the names of everyone that's playing trios. Okay, there are known people inside the community. I'd say like what 75 to 80%. We all know everyone's names that plays trios. I would love them to start doing more community. Let's queue into trios. Let's get more people into trios. Because right now we are at a stalemate. Because this is an unsolvable problem right now. And right now the devs are saying, we're gonna need to add a solution. We understand that you don't want bots, but right now, the only solution that we currently have is bots. So the ball is not in anyone's camp, it's just straight in the middle of the field, of the playing field, and someone's gonna have to pick it up at some point. And the devs are saying, don't let us pick it. Don't let us pick it. Find something. So, Attacked, I understand. However, we need to find something. You realize this, right? We need to find something. So, yeah, we need to get our heads together, find a solution, or else the devs are just... Anyways, now, again, reminder to everyone that this is for off-peak times. It's whenever you look inside the game menu for trios and there is no ETA like there is for solos and duos. You know, you see estimated time. And also for trios deathmatch, you see estimated time whenever it's time to queue. And whenever trios, there's no estimated time written there, this would be considered an off-peak time, and you would have bots inside there. I've just explained the thought process, Architect. It's really the same thing. No, it's not devs that are taking their steps back. They're just like, we need to find a solution for this because you're complaining about the thing, but at the same time, you know, we keep telling you, like, the thing is that trios, they've been saying to us for many months, trios, while it is the absolute apex of Bloodhunt, the best gaming thing, and I agree with this, like, trios is still the best game mode that we have for Bloodhunt. It is peak Bloodhunt. At the same time, barely anyone wants to queue. There's very little people that want to get into trios. And it's a problem that comes back again and again and again and again. Not a lot of people want to queue into trios. So we have to find a solution to get people to queue into trios. So they're just like, your main feedback is fix trios, but there's not much that we can do. Anyways, everyone understands the situation. I just keep like coming back to it again. Let's continue reading. Prioritization for the next update. We have been working hard on the next update for Bloodhunt, which contains several key requests from the community. And we are optimistic and feel very excited about its release. Most of you have expressed an ardent desire for more things to progress toward. Among the highest demands are for a new battle pass. So without further ado, we will add another free 100 tier battle pass in the update. I say that's a good step. A battle pass is always something good to look forward to. Furthermore, not only in this survey, but also in others, you have requested additional features and content. Now this is where it gets juicy. Some of those requests include a new clan and archetype with new abilities. Many of you mentioned that there is one in particular you would prefer us to add, which also would help switch up dynamics in the game. We have certainly paid attention to that feedback. Now this is a very cheeky way to say, hey, you've given us feedback about our clan and archetype. That seems like a good idea. Wink. Wink. Double wink. And it's been funny to see in Discord what exactly is the one in particular? Because some people are going like, so okay, so which one is it? And it's fun to see that people have been mentioning three different clans. So there's still a debate on exactly which one is the most popular or the most requested of the clans. That apparently has been obvious. So that's interesting. On top of this, you've asked for another weapon and at least one additional artifact to choose from. Okay. You want to elaborate on this? No. And you have expressed the desire for a spot in Elysium where you can try out the many weapons available in the game, as well as a place to be able to test out the parkour movement mechanics. Okay, you want to elaborate on this? You have also indicated a need for something to do besides running around while waiting for a new match. Okay, you want to elaborate on this? Oh, look, there's a picture. It looks like a shooting place. Looks like a little training place with the dummies and the weapons and all this. Oh, but you want to elaborate on this, Bloodhunt? Additionally, you want us to replace the tutorial and implement a better way of learning the basics for fresh players in the game. Okay, you want to tell us more about that? Okay, now they're actually gonna say. Accomplishing all of these things all at once is of course a big undertaking for the CVC. So some of our work on this started already late last year. That's still not saying all of these ideas. That's not saying we're gonna put those in the next update. That's saying these are big requests from the community. These are letting us know these are main targets of things that we are currently working on. That is not guaranteeing anything inside the next update, except for maybe that screenshot. Maybe we're getting the firing range. That is pretty much guaranteeing it to us that they're adding that. But for the rest, we haven't seen the patch notes, so if you're getting yourself excited about any of the other things in there, the other weapon, the additional artifact, the tutorial, or the new archetype, I mean, we know there's a new archetype. We know there's gonna be a new archetype. Like, it's pretty much like, yeah, it's kind of guaranteed. Like, we know with the rest of the stuff, like, we know. But for the rest of the stuff, is it saying that it's in the next update? Nope, they're saying that we're working on those. We expect our next update to be our biggest one yet since the release of the game, and we are optimistic about its reception. We also hope that player numbers will increase since it addresses most of the things that our community has been asking for. We think this is a big impetus for that growth. Okay. There's a few things that we can dissect from this paragraph alone. Okay? They're optimistic about the reception, meaning we know you're gonna like what we're gonna put in the next update. We know we're gonna like this, okay? It's a bunch of things that you've been asking, okay? And I like that it says it addresses most of the things that our community has been asking for. Okay? So they're banking, and they're finishing with here saying like, we are banking a lot on this update to help player numbers go up and remain up. Okay? That's a big kind of statement. But also saying this is the biggest update. I'm gonna take a moment here. I have seen at least 2 games in my time do that kind of thing. Luckily, not a lot of the content that is inside Bloodhunt is locked behind doors. Like, you don't have like a specific class that goes off to do like a side quest on their things, and you know, they have side quest specific things and dialogue and all the like other experiences that are locked off in between. You know, everything, all the experiences are added on, like we can see everything, it's all added inside the game. So that's good. But I've seen some other games make that kind of claim, And then when the players started playing, the update that was supposed to be the biggest one yet, they came back with, wait, what? That was that? So I hope, I really, really hope that this kind of claim is actually accurate. And we can see this is going to be like the biggest amount of things that we're going to see. But I would absolutely not put any emphasis on the fact that they're saying that. Lower your expectations, everyone, but at the same time, it's okay to be excited, okay? So we're gonna see exactly what that biggest update means, but yeah, to me, when I saw this automatically, I just filed this in the, yeah, we're gonna see, buddy. We're gonna see. Biggest update, no. Give me the firing range. Give me some of the things that you've been working on. So we're gonna see, okay? We're gonna see. It's a good way to tease us about things that might be coming now or might be coming in the future. But if some people start arguing next week that what exactly was that supposed to be, biggest update yet, I'm just gonna say, I don't know. Let's see if it gets to be warranted, but I don't want to fight for that kind of statement if ever it gets challenged by some players. Hold on. Let me get back to what you've been saying. You've been saying a lot in chat. I seem to get into death matches earlier than trios is because of bots. No, it's because people use team deathmatch as a kind of way to warm up. It's a kind of it's considered mostly by the community to be kind of a side thing if you want to warm up before the real matches in solos and duos and trios. You will see team deathmatch pop up more than trios. And it's very like, you know, it's your vampires turned up to the max and you get to like practice a lot of things. Like TDM makes you like, it lets you play better once you've learned all the basics of the mechanics of the game and how the game works. This is a good way to improve without having like too many consequences, or, you know, because most of people consider solos, duos, and trios to be like the more serious. They're the serious experiences of the game. Yes, exactly. What Makrai said is absolutely right. TDM is less sweaty for the most part. People can't queue into trios regularly. They sometimes switch to TDM. It's good practice, etc., etc. Exactly. Yeah, some people have been asking maybe bring back bots in TDM, but seems like for the most time, you know, a lot of people have been saying like without bots is a better experience in there. Petitioning for the 3-piece suit for cosmetics, absolutely. Hats would be cool, absolutely. Hair clipping through the hats, well, that's another issue that they have to deal with. Check Banshee, I believe that the firing range, they thought about that it's not going to be chaotic to have like different people shooting. They probably thought about that, and it's probably going to be kind of instanced. So it's going to be like your own little area for this. And that's probably why we're going to go through this through the elevator door that we've all seen. Like there's an elevator. It's probably going to be a little bit like M's office, where you know, it's separated from the rest of the Elysium, and they probably have found a way to make sure that sounds or the experiences has probably the least amount of people that can, you know, that before it gets like too chaotic. They probably thought of that. HSC, hello. You got an ad? I thought that ads were turned off. Hold on, let me double check. I thought that ads were turned off. Ad-free viewing. Ads are turned off. Okay, well. Stream display ad. No, okay. No, it's supposed to be turned off, so I don't know what's going on with this. Or I'm just not understanding exactly how that works. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. Why is M separated? It has to do with optimization. You can't, like, sometimes you can't just add things before you start having lagging issues and sync issues inside the Elysium. Also, I think that it works well in terms of the location that we're at in Elysium, that they have their own elevator to get inside their own room. Or probably it's because also it was an addition that was put to the Elysium, but they can't necessarily add it to the Elysium itself. So I don't exactly know why. You would need to have a dev to explain exactly why that is separated that way. Would make for a good explanation. Anyways, let's continue. A glimpse into the near future of Bloodhunt. Something else many of you have requested is a glimpse into the future of the game. While we cannot provide you with a roadmap, we can at least talk a little bit about what we are thinking and considering putting into Bloodhunt over the next few months after our next update. Now, I can add a little bit to this with the CVC, the Bloodhunt team, because they are such a small team. And because feedback from month to month and issues from month to month change very quickly. The priorities change a lot in the community. It's probably safest for them to not be able to give us a roadmap, but just let us know, here's just the things that we're working on or considering, or here's our long-term goals, because we've learned in the past that sometimes committing to some things has got us into problems, got us into trouble, and as a result, you, the players, have had a bad experience with expecting certain things to happen at a certain time, and we'd rather be a little bit more flexible in the way that we're not letting you know exactly what's exactly is precisely coming up in the near future. So we're just letting you know there's some things. Here's a mood board. Here's a mood board of things that we might be working on. And we're gonna see what's gonna actually happen, because yeah, with a smaller team, sometimes if ever there's a mistake, if ever there's a problem, it takes much longer and it has much more impact whenever there's a problem, rather than when you have a huge crew and you can find some solutions or some workarounds around some of those things. But yeah, anyways, it sounds like I'm making some explanations, but it's just, you know, office work. It's how it works. One of the keys that we mentioned already is, of course, that we want to keep our community engaged inside the game and to keep players around. We are planning to integrate more things that players can interact with within the game, which we hope will give a positive boost to the overall experience and that provide more things to do, and at the same time gives our community the ability to vote on certain things. So those are two things. We will add some features already in our next update that progress further on this plan, but we additionally want to add some beyond that. An upgrade that potentially could help make our community feel more engaged in the game. So, they're saying, in the next update, we're gonna add something, but don't consider this as final. It's just gonna be a stepping stone to the next things that we want to add. So maybe more things that you're gonna like, okay? If there's some things that you really like that feel like there's interactable things or something like that in the next update, keep an eye on that, stick a pin in that, because there's maybe more in the future. A recent idea is that add an incentive, an interactive community voting section inside the game, where you, as a player, could pick between a few predetermined alternatives that we have prepared. An example, and keep in mind what we're gonna say is an example, it's not all of the things, it's not just this thing, it's not exactly, they're not saying this is exactly what's going to happen, but it's an example of what you might be able to choose between. Would be voting between, for example, temporarily removing certain weapons from the loot table, rotating maps in TDM, or disabling or enabling certain artifacts during a set time. In one iteration, we will want to get some basics in place to try the system out to get your feedback on it. This is not guaranteeing that this kind of thing is coming in the next update. Maybe it's going to be in the next one. Some people have been using that example to say, like, how exactly is that going to work? Does that mean that when you are in the game menu, you get to choose things? I'm thinking with this specific kind of example, it would be the kind of thing that maybe as you're queuing in and you're choosing your archetype to play and you're choosing where you're going to drop on the map, then there's going to be another screen where you get to vote quickly on things, and then the rest of the map generates with everyone in it, and then you have all these different options that have been voted by the people that are playing, and this is going to be like your match variations. But like they say here, we want to get some basics in place to try this system. Okay, so probably they're going to test a few things with us and then work on this maybe in the future. Okay. The idea for first implementation would be to give more agency to our players by allowing you to potentially influence a few of the things in the game that give it more variety, and that by extension makes you want to play longer. You want some weird, crazy matches in solo where you get to choose whatever's going to happen? There you go. We're letting you know, maybe you're gonna get your match where it's gonna be crowbars only. Maybe crowbars and windy. Oh, I know Mokrai is gonna like this kind of match. Or double windy. I don't know if that's possible. Match ends in 5 minutes. Go. Or something like that. I don't know. Like, change the loot table, or like add those kinds of weird things that, I don't know, like maybe all those ideas that a bunch of people have been saying like for like months and months and months about different like card variations on like solos or duos on trios, or, you know, make the map like they already had a solution implemented for trios where the gas moves in much quicker or much faster, or like the timer has been reduced on it, something like that. Maybe there's some more things, like maybe they can go crazy on this. I'm hoping that they go crazy on this, because we need some more wild ideas on how to make variations for the game. I've been like thinking about this for many months personally. That sounds chaotic and kind of fun. Exactly. I would hate that. Want to play a game and have some fun and people choose crowbars? Yeah. No, it would be like, commit to it. Don't leave out of the game. Don't leave out of the match. If people start leaving out of matches that are just like fun like that, no, go in, do it, record yourself doing it. It's gonna be a great video. Double windy plus gas boss dropping over the map plus climbing disable plus melee only. Far, I like where you're going with this. But just for crazy maps. But at the same time, you know, remember, it would be voted by the community. Who in the community would go inside a match, and a lot of people just go like only crowbars. Only once in a while will you get someone like Motion, let's say, who has a huge crowd of people, and that can mobilize people to go like, okay, everyone, queue into solos, 3, 2, 1, and everyone that's in there, vote for crowbars only, or something like that, you know? he could do that. That would make for awesome content and awesome matches for people to try out. But most likely, like anyone that wants to play a battle royale experience, like would be pretty rare to find a crowbar only match. Now, this is just my idea, okay? So let's stop about talking to crowbar only. Yeah, maybe for a specific match type or something like that. I don't know. They can go crazy. That's why I'm saying, like, all the options. Like, imagine you have all the options of weapons spawn, loot table, you know, all of these things, like specific artifacts. Like it says, like, you know, imagine you have all these options in front of you. There you go, choose. Or it could be like, you know, it could be maybe you spawn the like not necessarily all those options, but you have here we're selecting a few of the options there, choose between those, and that's going to make your match, you know. Could fix the servers. I don't know, King Blazer. The development of this particular system will be our next step and focus once we have pushed the next update. Literally telling us that's what they're going to do. We do this and prioritize this because we treasure our community. Implementing features that help make the game feel more community run is something we will put our effort into. Again, my spiel about focusing on community still being legitimized here. I love seeing it. Thank you, Tobias. Closing words. We have high expectations for our next update, and we really look forward to showing you more of what our talented team has created. Thank you for all your positivity in the surveys and reviews. All that energy keeps our spirits high and is a big part of the labor of love that is the next update for Bloodhunt. So, there you have it. You have some ideas of, like, some hints of what might be happening in the next update. You have some hints of what they're going to be working on in the future. You know that some things are going to be gradually implemented over the next few updates to see exactly what we want or what might feel interesting. You know that they're going to be still working on networking performance. They're still going to be working on matchmaking. They're hoping that this update will get more players in. So, you know, working, still moving on, still moving, still, you know, everyone, I say, like, please, everyone, when there's a next survey that's going to come with this update, take the time to play the game as much as you want. Remind them of, yeah, of course you might have a laundry list of all the things you want to have implemented in the game, but also let them know the things that you liked in the next that were in the update. Okay, let them know which ones are, you know, this was a good thing, this was a bad thing, this, you know, you don't need to go into detail as usual, just like, you know, however you feel about things. So yeah, exactly. It sounds really positive. I'm really happy. This was a big article. Especially more players stay longer. This is something that we've been waiting for a long time. But still, we don't have enough players to start up ranked mode. We still don't have that. Okay? So keep getting people inside the game. When the new update's is gonna be live, get more people in there. Remind them, free battle pass, free 100 level battle pass. Remind them that a lot of the things that all of the cosmetics that you're getting in the battle pass are things that most gaming studios would have us individually pay 10 to 15, 20, 25 bucks for each one of them. And we're getting them free. That was the situation with the Nemesis Pass, okay? A lot of the outfits there, some other game studios would be just like, yes, please pay out of pocket. But they're not. Which leads to another kind of feedback that I've been seeing people say is just, we like your game, please let us pay for things. We want your game to stay afloat. Please let us give you our money, because we want this game to continue. Which is, I have to say, I have never seen a game studio having that kind of feedback. let us give us your, you know, we've seen all the memes of just like, you know, throw your wallet at the screen, please let me buy this. I get it, but yeah, Bloodhunt is, you know, as we've seen last weekend. Some of you might have not seen this, but last weekend when I was talking about the battle pass, Tobias was in the chat, and some people asked him, "Why is it free? Don't you want our money?" And I said it was because, and Tobias confirmed, it was to have player retention. They want to lower the barriers of entry. Get in. Hey, you got a free battle pass? Are you gonna play the game? Yeah, please play the game. The battle pass is a good reason enough for you to stay playing the game, and you're having fun with the game and all of this. That's all we want. We'll worry about money later. If you want to worry about money, there's some things that we're putting in the store. Go spend your money there if ever you want to spend money. That's gonna give us like maybe the good motivation to work on more cosmetics. But right now they're not focusing on this. They're focusing on, let's grow our player base. Let's grow the game. Let's get a community happening. And that is the thing, you know, there's no reason for anyone to not play this game. There's no reason for anyone not to install this game and play this game. It is free. It is for free. Anyways, let's continue. I'm sorry. I keep going on these rants, and I have to stop doing this. I feel like a preacher sometimes. Okay. Hey, you know what? You know, another reason why we should be excited about this. There's people that used to work on Bloodhunt that are tweeting about this. Gustav used to be a person that worked on Bloodhunt, that works at Sharkmob, tweeting about this and is being very excited. They know what's happening. They know what's coming. They know what's gonna happen inside the game. So, you know, other people are talking about it. And here, Bloodhunt reminded everyone there's a learnings article, and then they teased the new free 100 tier battle pass, confirming the firing range. Remember all of these things that they were mentioning? Hey, you said you wanted an archetype. You said you wanted a thing. You said you wanted another. They're confirming the firing range. Notice how they're not confirming any other things. There you go. And look at this. Look at this. Hey. Hey. Hello, David. Hello, David. Former game director of Bloodhunt that has left Bloodhunt. Hey, happy to hear about these things coming out. Only only can wonder when other things may enter. Winky face. He knows he knows about the things that they've been working on that are in the background and they haven't released yet. He knows about a few things. So, yeah. So hey, it's good to see David still, you know, just giving a little thumbs up. It's good to see. And yes, there was another teaser after that was released. It's just this. People have enhanced. People have looked into it. No, we haven't seen anything. There's nothing in there. But a lot of people have been speculating that this is a confirmation of a certain clan that's coming in. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's someone that put a square here. Okay, that's why we're seeing a square in the sense, because there's a square in space. Oh, wait. It's a latency. No, it's an angry face. Yeah, it could be possible. It's an angry moon. It's a someone's emote. It's a it's a Tremere symbol. Could that be it? It's a Minecraft face. It's a Xbox. It's oh geez, I don't have it. Where is it? I didn't put it in. Hold on. Wait, that's what he said. Where is it? Hold on. I completely forgot to add it here. There you go. Whoa. Maybe also it's the Mokrai D emote. Maybe it's Mokrai D inside there. Oh, there you go. In chat. Maybe it's the little Mokrai D that's in there. So yeah, people have been speculating that maybe it's it is confirmed. It looks like the symbol of the Tremere. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. They're not saying anything yet. But yes, now we come to the part that everyone got excited about, and then I'm gonna have to stop the music, increase this volume here. This is the teaser. This is the teaser that has teased us. Oh, hold on. Do we have sound? Do we have sound? Yes, we got sound. Yes. And there you have it. There you have it. We have confirmation that something blood related, a projectile related to blood, seems to be killing many vampires in Prague, and this is Omnis going like, oh shit. And the date here of March 18, 2023, and some very interesting occulty symbols there on the side. So yes, and yes, of course, JSauce, aka Viken, said that, you know, March 28 is the official update. Yes, it's confirmed. Yes, we all knew this, but now everyone's excited to know about this. Now, the question is, as I turn the music back on, the question is, what exactly was that blood projectile? Some people have been saying, oh yes, we know it's Tremere being added to Bloodhunt, confirmed, and this is going to be one of their abilities. However, I have to say that we don't have a lot of archetypes that have a fully damaging ability. We have the Saboteur, but it's not a direct damaging ability. It's the bomb that they're using. So I'm saying it might not necessarily be, because it's a damaging, we saw people explode, it might not actually be an ability of the Tremere. This could be just a new weapon. You know, when they've been teasing us about the new weapon that maybe like some people have been asking about? Maybe it's a new weapon. Yes, but they like it's not a super damaging, like Brute is not a one-shot kill. Like the wall that they have is not a one-shot kill. Vandal is just a slam. It's just a small damaging. It's not a one-shot going to destroy you with a beam of blood type of thing. So that's why I'm thinking it might be a new weapon, or because the Tremere have been added, it might be a new kind of weapon that has been crafted by Tremere. That would sound like something interesting. Yeah, a weapon of Tremere fabrication that involves blood sounds very likely, I think. So yeah. But anyways, what we know is probably with these occult symbols, it's pretty much letting us know that's probably very much Tremere. And yeah, anyways, confirming to us That's the update. It's on March 28th. It's next Tuesday. So, yeah, that's letting us know. Double XP weekend. Everyone get on it. If you need to finish your Nemesis Pass, get on it. We know that when this is going live, Nemesis Pass is going bye-bye. We get new Battle Pass. So, yeah, play the game. Yes, they're adding a new clan, Shatoa. It's very much like everything is pointing towards that. But we're gonna see. Usually, the day before the update, day before the patch is live, they release the patch notes. So on Monday morning, keep an eye out on Bloodhunt, on the Bloodhunt Twitter, on the Bloodhunt website, on the Bloodhunt Discord, on my Discord. We're all gonna be all in the patch notes, everyone. We're gonna be looking at that. We're gonna be dissecting. And then people are gonna panic because they're gonna theorcraft for a little while. They're gonna theorcraft. They're gonna go like, oh my god, the buffing and nerfing and doing all these things is gonna be crazy. And then the next day on the 28th, when the patch is gonna go live, people are actually gonna see things in context, and then they're gonna calm down with their exaggerations. That is what's going to happen. So that's the hype that we got this week. I have to add a few other things. We need a new map, for example. Hello, first of all. Second of all, I want to say a couple of things about this. A new city is very much not likely to happen. As pointed out by a few people, the section of the map that we're currently playing is Old Prague. It's one of, I believe, 12 other regions of Prague. So it's very much possible if there's another map that they could have been working on for a long while, if they ever managed to make a map like that, it would make much more sense to be a different section of Prague, because in terms of how long it takes to create a map like this, they probably have a lot of art assets of Prague that they could just reuse to build the new map, and it's gonna be probably easier for them. Also, they don't need to change the atmosphere. They don't need to change a lot of the atmosphere, the environment. It can still feel like Bloodhunt. And they're going to, it makes for building a second map much more easier. But a new map, no one has yet confirmed anything about this. I've been told that, yes, it would certainly be a good idea if they had been working on a map for a while. But nothing's concrete or anything else. New city would make no sense, to be honest. Yeah, Czechbanshee originally, some people were talking about other cities, and I've come to have been convinced that, maybe keeping it in Prague is good. Yes, it's the historical part, and there are plenty of other areas of Prague that are interested, and I can imagine them making a map out of it. Yeah. I've been convinced by a few people that it would be very much likely that this would be a good area, a good way to go. But nothing's been confirmed as of yet about anything about this. I just wanted to mention, if there's people out there that are trying to complete some quests, someone posted on the Bloodhunt Reddit that there's some things that are not popping, and Meriden, as we all know, Meriden Unknown, guy that takes care of the lore, that guy that takes care of that pays attention to the quest, and has some confirmation with some people inside of Bloodhunt about all of these things. Basically, I'm just gonna summarize and say that Reign in Terror Part 1, apparently the first octahedron seems to be bugged since the December patch. There's a bunch of people that have been asking me about this, and I haven't been able to give them an answer. But he said, I've had confirmation that there is an issue with it via support ticket, but I also recommended submitting one and sending them the game logs they request, as it should help them learn what is preventing it from spawning. So there seems to be a spawning issue for finding an octahedron for Reign in Error Part 1. Seneschal, the Seneschal entries, we know from last weekend that there's nothing supposed to be unlocked under Seneschal. Seneschal is there as an entry in the log, but it doesn't have anything, so it was a mistake that it was posted there, but it's still there. As to the graveyard, he says there is the third part of the art gallery, third part of Divine Disco that he himself is not able to unlock. But he's going to check. Maybe there's some issues with Graveyard. It's possible. He says newer accounts seem unable to unlock the night in question for some reason. But he's looking into this one. So he's been using alt accounts and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, if ever you have some issues with some of the quests or you're not able to unlock them, there are several articles to help you on the support.sharkmob.com website where you can submit tickets. There's a few articles about certain unlocks that may be hard to find. But make sure that you go check out Meriden Unknown's guides on Steam. He has a few guides with a lot of screenshots that tell you exactly where you're supposed to go for this and that quest unlock, or the unlocks that you have maybe in the mastery section. Yeah, so he's keeping a tab on this. He keeps the people informed, but also don't forget to go with support tickets as well. But you can also put those on Reddit, and maybe some people can help you, and you can get helpful answers like this. Yeah, check Banshee. Hoping that they fix it at some point soon. And yeah, Big Body Ant, if you have a question, just post it in chat. I'll see if I can answer. The other thing, it's just a kind of a reminder, because apparently we're going to see more of those. But if ever you see some characters in the game that have Sharkmob hoodies, as you can see here, they are employees. There are devs of Sharkmob. So don't forget to say hi. Some people have seen them. Some people have been asking about those. Can we get a Sharkmob hoodie for our characters? Is that possible? And it's been confirmed many times that no, these are specifically made for Sharkmob employees only. There is no way that any other people are going to have that, because they don't want people to impersonate players, impersonate devs, and start getting people into trouble and all of that. So, give me a second. In terms of tournaments, well, we've got still our good friend Bezpart that has been asking a lot of questions on his Twitter account, a lot of polls. He's been able to post those on Discord as well for people to join into those votes, because he's organizing the next tournament. He says which day you would like the tournament to be held. It's on Sunday. Now, Sunday, Saturday seems to be going between those, but there was only 20 votes. That's a little bit sad to see. Despite that, he also posted another vote to go, well, that was before we knew the date of the update, but he was asking us, hey, when would you want this tournament to be held, before the update or after the update? Well, it seems like it's probably going to be after the update, because we're already the weekend. It's already too late to organize anything. So let's hope there's not going to be any problems. But Bezpart, again, he told me in his stream this week that he has a lot of things being organized. It's going to come soon. So the hopes of a tournament might be happening soon. Yeah, if it was up to me, I would have tournaments every 2 weeks. I would have one. They just posted another photo of the moon. Okay. Holoso, I totally agree with you. But they said that they are not. There's some reasons why they are not. They don't want to necessarily give us all the reasons, but yeah. Check Banshee. Well, of course. Okay, we're getting this live. They just posted this. Okay, now, has anyone seen... has anyone seen the, Oh, and why am I getting it blank? Why has anyone seen the Tremere symbol? Hello. Do you see all those delightful Tremere symbols with squares and circles and squares? Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much. I think we got a confirmation. Are we gonna see a little triangle? Are we gonna see a little triangle the next day? Anyway, so yes, this is finally the best clan is coming to the game. Blood sorcery for the win. Oh no. So, what does Tremere mean? Oh, you don't know about the Tremere. Well, you can always look for the Tremere. Tremere are, the Tremere are a clan. There we go. Basically, it's blood magic. A lot of blood magic, and they are known also as the Warlocks. They master thaumaturgy. Basically, it's blood magic. And yeah, they are, if I can maybe get you an idea of how they look like, maybe. They're kind of like, they're very, how can I say? They are very stern. They are very, very stern. They like to wear long raincoats, that type of stuff. So there's a lot of artwork that's already associated with the Ventru that we have in the game. That is already very much that would fit very well for those characters. I'm just gonna say. I'm curious where the Primogen will live. Yes, I'm also. I look like Lester of GTA. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment. I don't remember Lester. GTA was such a long time ago. So yes, we are at the point where we ask what are we to expect now? Well, next Bloodhunt update, Tuesday, March 28th. The update is going to be applied in, like, usually in my time, it's usually 3 to 4 a.m. Eastern time. We have double XP event up until the servers go down on the morning of the 28th. We expect patch notes on Monday the 27th in the morning as well. Nemesis, the Nemesis Pass, which is currently live right now, it'll go away when the update goes live. It's going to be replaced by a new free 100 level battle pass. And on the next Friday, we have the new drop. It's going to be the Raspberry emote. And yes, next weekend on this news recap, which I hope will be less rambly than it was today, we'll be going all over the patch notes and all the communications that have happened about that. And there's going to be a little extra something that all of you that like Bloodhunt might appreciate. So we're going to see if I can actually make that happen, but it's going to be a fun thing for everyone. As a reminder, I just want you to remember that there's going to be more and more people discovering. There's already more people discovering Bloodhunt right now as it is, but remember, with the new update, there's going to be even more people coming into Bloodhunt. So reminder that whatever you do and whatever you say can either welcome players or push them away. So be aware of how you're talking about the game in the community, especially if we want people to keep playing the game. Just remind yourself what exactly you like about this game, and make sure that you shine it in the appropriate light to everyone that's coming in. Yeah, one of the well-known Tremere is Maximilian Strauss. Yes, he's absolutely terrifying. That is true. I mean, there's also the currently most well-known of V5 currently in Bloodhunt is Aisling Sturbridge, but she is in New York, so probably not gonna see her there. And yes, as a reminder to everyone, if ever you pick up on some details you might find interesting, like check Banshee that just announced, that just let us know that they posted a new picture on the Bloodhunt Twitter. Yeah, feel free to let me know if you ever catch some things from the devs in other streams. They like to be in other streams and say some stuff. Anything that you think might be newsworthy, just please let me know. Give me some screenshots and some convos and all of that sort of stuff. I would appreciate that. Yeah, because right now I'm just my little one-man show trying to find all the things inside the internet. Also, please a reminder to give me a follow on Twitch. Channel is growing. I appreciate everyone for joining up. And reminder that whenever I stream Bloodhunt, I get the special drops whenever there's not an issue with it. And I do code giveaways for certain items, for mostly for things for everyone, but sometimes I have, most of the time, the thing that I'm most known for is I have a drop for PC players only I can give a code to. So follow us on my Twitter if you can. That's it for us here. People on Twitch, please still stick around. After I'm done with the recording of this, I'm going to doing a Purple Pain code giveaway if there's any PC players that are interested. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the game that you're gonna see. The patch is gonna land in between here and next week, so yeah, enjoy the game. Make sure you fill in the surveys. I'm already telling you this. Yeah, we'll see you next week.